Hello YouTube subscribers, today or tonight, whenever you're watching this, I am doing, another horror movie review. I will start off first that basically, if you guys couldn't tell by the title of this review, it's the review of the Nun II movie. I decided to go and saw it today. Yeah, normally I go and see movies on a Thursday, which it's mostly the days that it gets released. The first week it gets released, or the second week. Well, it's the second week. And no, it's not a Thursday, and no, I didn't decide to I didn't decide to be lazy. This is the actual shirt I wear today for the movie. And I went with a friend, and he got me the shirt. It is awesome, Chucky. So I decided to also treat him back and me. And he also thought the trailer of The Nun was really good, so I decided, you know what? Who cares? I like the Conjuring universe. I will do reviews for each Conjuring movie in the Conjuring universe someday. Just not right now. Right now is the Nun II movie. So, anyway, when I saw the trailer, it reminded me, okay, yeah, I don't completely like the first Nun movie as much, which I will completely explain all that in the first Nun movie review. But, so when I watched the trailer for The Nun 2, which I've heard rumors around it during COVID, I wasn't all excited. But again, until I saw the trailer, I'm like, you know what? It might be okay. Actually, finally, going to the theater, sitting down, and watching it, I will actually say it is actually better than the first one. I will actually agree with fucking people. Even though most of those people I follow on YouTube. It was not that bad. It was actually better than the first one. Did I have some problems with it? Of course. Even though I tried to have the biggest gripe of all, which I'll get to that. But, and no, I didn't just have a good time because I went with a friend, and I didn't want to make sure I had a good time because I went with a friend. Even though I went with a friend, I still make sure that I hate the movie or not. Even though I went with a friend, in a way, that's what helps me cheer up after a bad movie. Even during a bad horror movie, is actually realizing, hey, I went with a friend that I actually like. So, which, no, so far in my life, I have not came across anybody I actually became friends with that I hate. So far, all my friends I like. So, but anyway. Nun movie. Nun 2. The movie, okay, my first gripe, that I basically, okay, the movie is supposed to be, the movie is actually supposed to be, let me look it up. Basically 2 hours long. 2 hours long. Okay, that actually explains it a lot more. For it to be 2 hours, okay, yeah, now it actually explains. When I went to actually check the times to make plans for the time, I actually didn't look how long the movie played. Normally I do, but this time I didn't. And yeah, okay, now it actually explained it. Once you get into your seat with your stuff, after I get past the slow, boring beginning, and once it gets to a bit at the beginning exciting, but the rest at the beginning is boring and slow, which obviously always is, especially for sequels. And then once it gets to the ending point at the beginning and into the middle part, that's where it gets exciting. It goes quick, that type of quick. Until it gets to a little bit closer to the ending, then it goes a little bit of slow, but quickly tries to get over quickly. It has a quick, slow pace. At the very end of the movie. So I'm sitting in my seat. I'm like, this feels wrong. The first one seems longer to sit through. And I'm like, it could. I'm like, and something in my gut was telling me something about it could have been a little tight longer. I don't know. But for 2 hours, just for 2 hours and 0 minutes, it actually explains it. Which, okay, yeah, that's not my nitpick anymore. Basically, I liked the casting. I like how they brought back at least the 2 main characters from the first movie. Yeah, sure, they didn't bring back the actor that played the father, but hey, at least they, again, brought back the actress that played the nun and the actor that played Frenchie. I always keep forgetting what his actual name is, but I remember Frenchie. So, and actually, and knowing already that, okay, he is possessed, and this is how she's getting around, this is how she's doing her shit. It's pretty fucking obvious. The ending, the beginning came out of, freaking nowhere. Okay, yeah, it starts showing a church like the first movie did, and then bang, freaking the nun comes out, does her shit, and it was freaking breathtaking. It was freaking awesome, where she basically had the priest freaking throwing up in the air like a cross, which, okay, yeah, she does that a lot throughout. Not as much in the first movie, but a lot in this one, and it does get tiring. Okay, we get it. Cross, it's in a way, religion movie. Freaking stop! We had that form so much in the Exorcist movies, in the freaking Pope's Exorcist, which is also an Exorcist movie. Anything that deals with exorcism and religion at the same damn time. You have freaking someone strung up in the air, looks like a cross, and it's come on. And it's come on, why? they did it so many times on the second one where it actually did get tiring. And it's like, okay, we get the point. But other than that, when she actually did that to the first priest we saw in the movie, and then all of a sudden he bursts into freaking flames, and you see his body slowly charred after hitting the ground, and you see like the ash parts to land on the floor once his dead body hits the ground. You see his bones all charcoaled and shit. Which apparently which the priest also had a boy that helped him out through the day, which this is the part I got confused with, which I did not understand if she did. Is that basically if the nun saw the boy, and at certain parts you question if he's alive or a ghost, and it's like, and there are a few parts where the boy comes like a normal person and then leaves like a ghost. So it's like, did she kill him? Did she not kill him? And if she didn't kill him, why did the nun left the boy alive? Because there comes another scene where the girl, which, okay, yeah, I could understand it, which I did understand it, the nun saw who she was possessing. The Frenchie had someone to deliver stuff to him, and she saw that he was possessed by the nun, and the nun basically killed her. Kind of in an off-screen fashion, like you didn't see what the nun did with her head or body, but you saw blood. You saw her grabbed by the throat by the nun and strained up to a wall, and her feet off the ground just a little bit, and you see blood coming down from whatever part of the top and all the way down to her feet. Which I guess that was cool. That was awesome. And yes, this film has a rated R rating, just like the first movie and the rest of the Conjuring movies. But, which I may be wrong about that. But the kills were good. The story plot, again, this was just another fucking cash grab movie for Warner Brothers, obviously. But again, the way I look at it, what movie is not a cash grab movie to throw out into the public? The DC, Marvel, Disney, fucking all those movies. Any love movies, any movie, it's a cash grab movie. But hey, people freaking love movies, so. But, and it was just another movie to continue the freaking Conjuring universe, to make it at least a little bit longer of a timeline, of a stretch, which me sitting in my seat watching the whole entire movie, thinking, okay, The Nun 2, The Nun, Chapter 2, is it gonna retcon what the first movie, at the end of the first movie, already displayed, already basically threw it at our faces? So simple, is it gonna retcon it? Because basically, at the end of the first Nun, basically explained, going right into the first Conjuring movie, who Frenchie was the guy that Ed and Lorraine Warren was doing the exorcism on. And I'm just sitting through the whole Nun II movie, up and down feelings, just up and down feelings. Negative, positive, negative. Thinking, okay, it's continuing where it basically is gonna leave off, where it did leave off, where it is leading to. And then another scene just totally feels like it's gonna retcon it. And then there's another scene that basically is not going to retcon it. There's another scene where it retcons it, and it's like, it goes back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And it's like, if you're going to have something lead to something, and you already know, the audience already knows where it's going to lead, don't make your freaking movie to feel like that. Honestly, it's that, to me, it sucked. That's what made it suck. Partly. Frenchie getting a love interest, I guess that was okay. I mean, cool. That's cool how characters get love interests, even though they weren't, because they weren't explained, they weren't brought up that Frenchie had, or at least I don't think it was brought up Frenchie had a wife and stepdaughter and probably blood-related children when he got the exorcism. But, basically, the story plot was okay. There wasn't really a story, just like the first movie. Like I said, it was just a story to follow, to continue. Just like just watching a YouTube video, basically, a long YouTube video to continue a bunch of movies in a same universe. Do I feel like they should make a Nun 3? Fucking no! I mean, don't get me wrong. When The Nun came out, I knew right off the bat. I knew. Okay, yeah, great. Explaining the nun a little bit, not as much. That's kind of good. That's kind of great. Not giving your audience too much, but you're giving your audience a little bit of the backstory of this character. And then, you have it end off leading into the bigger picture. That's great. That was awesome. Oh wait, there's more. There's gonna be a part 2. Okay, and where is part 2 gonna lead into the fucking timeline that you guys basically went back and forth with? Basically, strictly after The Nun, the first Nun, which is great. It's continuing where basically after the first one, it's staying in that kind of timeline limit of staying in the beginning part. Even though we had enough to kind of go off of and go directly into the future, it was great, it was awesome, but to get a little bit more, I wasn't hyped up for it, I was not excited for it, but since I did like some part of the Conjuring universe, I decided to give it a try, which obviously. And yeah, sure, just like the first one, but a little bit more than the first one, it was actually better. So, basically, another movie to continue with no story plot, which I wrote shit that's basically like that. To continue to help with the shared universe and still lead into what you guys already had set up in the future. But I truly feel like either other way, it would have been fine if you just had the first one. Annabelle, I completely understood, because in a way, Annabelle was like a more stronger thing than the Nun was. You actually knew where people actually knew where to place her movies. We got to before The Conjuring, set up before The Conjuring, and then we had one after The Conjuring movie. With the Nun movie, of course, just like after the first one, you automatically know it's set in the past. And then it's gonna still set up into the future with some rocking the boatness. There was some scenes I do gotta give credit to the director. How he did set up even more hints where it is gonna lead into the future, because it does show the walls, the wallpaper that we saw in The Conjuring 2, when we saw her standing in the hallway of the Warren's house. We saw the painting of her so many times in this movie. She's hidden on the walls. She's standing under, basically, instead of doing the painting like for the 5th time in this movie, they had her be like a form of a painting on the wall, and as like cracks. And I guess that's cool. But it was pretty much just full of jump scares and stretching, broken recordness of stretching out the story of this is where we technically part of it kind of still continued, and this is where we basically know where it's gonna end to. Honestly, if we get a Nun 3, it better be freaking having a story plot instead of once again continuing. How in the hell, and my question, how in the hell would there be a Nun 3? Because at this point, if there's a Nun 3 in the works, why? Because in a way that just feels like you're destroying the Nun character of where she actually is gonna die at the timeline point. Because because it already felt like in this movie, you're gonna retcon her actual death in the Conjuring universe. So I guess money-making wise, to actually still continue to destroy the Conjuring universe, I'm sorry, but it already got destroyed. But people still love the Conjuring movies. I'm one of them, so I'll still continue to watch them, buy them, to add to the collection. But the Nun 2, it just, I didn't see a need for it other than to please more fans that actually wanted more goodness about the Nun character. Like, was she an angel that fell, which basically was thrown in the movie as a theory. What if she was an angel that fell and became a demon, and now this demon so I really don't know. I know I've talked more negative about this movie than positive, but I swear to you, even though it is full of jump scares and stretching out just like a 2-hour YouTube video, I just feel like it is worth it, just not go see in the theater. Do I regret it? No, not really. Because I still had a fun time. And I still enjoyed it. Enjoyed the movie of what it was. Not of what it was and not what it's not what the money-making dipshits are trying to throw it at as. Because I'm a person that still enjoys movies of what they are. So it's just, if you're the type of person that still loves the Conjuring universe and still loves certain part, like, just enjoy in generally the Conjuring universe, go and see it. You will have a fucking blast with it. You will have your ups and downs. You'll actually question where is the movie going with it. You will actually enjoy where the movie is going with it. And you will actually enjoy with the, like, theories. Yes, could she be an angel that fell? Could she just been a demon? What? And basically, could you be really negative as I am right now? Do not do a number 3 unless you could actually really pull it off. Very very barely by a scrape. Pull it off. Where it will not ruin anything else as much as it is right now. But honestly, yeah. What do I rate this movie as? A little more higher than the first one, which I give this movie 3 stars out of 5. 3 stars out of 5. 3 out of 5. Drop comments down below if you saw the Nun, the Nun 2. What did you like about it? Do you like the Nun character? Do you hate the Nun character? Do you like the Conjuring universe? What's your favorite Conjuring universe movie? Is it all 3 of the Conjuring movies? Is it the Annabelle movies? Is it all of them? Anything that deals with the Conjuring universe, comment it down below. If you liked this video, hit that like button. If you didn't like this video, hit that dislike button. If you're a old subscriber, welcome back. If you're a newcomer just passing by one of my videos magically, please hit that subscribe button because I will welcome all new and old subscribers with open arms. Yeah, that's basically it. Have a nice day. Have a nice night whenever you're watching this. Peace.